Okay, if you're just interested in general health, fitness, and aesthetics, you never have to worry about trying to boost your reps really quickly. So just set up a program you enjoy that you can sustain and adjust it as your lifestyle requires, and then keep it up forever, and you're going to naturally get stronger as a byproduct of just doing it. But sometimes, for a variety of reasons, some of us need to get a quick boost in our max rep count, and we need it without getting hurt. And the key to pulling that off depends on addressing the qualities that give you the biggest bang for the buck and can be improved in the shortest time frame, which is going to be different depending on where you're at in your fitness journey. So for example, the strategy you use to go from 1 to 5 pull-ups as quickly as possible is probably going to be very different from the strategy that you use to go from 10 to 15 pull-ups as quickly as possible. And that's because for most people, when they're just starting out, body composition improvements can have a huge impact on pull-up performance. And when you're new to training, these improvements can happen relatively quickly. If you're under-muscled and overweight and you want to get good at pull-ups, the fastest way and the safest way to get there is to build a little bit of muscle and lose some body fat, both of which happen the fastest when you're just starting from scratch. And while isometrics and negatives can definitely work, hammering these with unprepared connective tissue elevates your injury risk, and you're probably going to have to limit your training volume, which is going to slow your progress. Now, you're much more likely to have a better outcome by starting a walking routine, cleaning up your diet, and focusing on building muscle with rows, assisted pull-ups, or even on the lat pull-down machine. But if you're already fit and you have a good amount of muscle and you don't have a ton of body fat to lose, then further pushing that same strategy is probably not going to yield big results in a short period of time. So adding more muscle is a great long-term strategy, but muscle gain slows down as you build more of it. And if you're already athletically lean, then you just don't have a lot of fat to lose, and what you can lose is probably not going to make a huge difference in your pull-up performance. So instead, focus on improving your movement efficiency, your technique, your work capacity, and your tolerance to max effort sets. And that's where things like greasing the groove or ladders or high volume submaximal sets or even sets to failure can be used to pick up some extra reps relatively quickly. And as your pull-up ability grows over the years, it gets harder and harder to find more underdeveloped qualities to give you those quick gains in reps. You know, if for some reason you do need to go from something like 25 pull-ups to 30 pull-ups and you need to do it quick, I mean, that's hard to do, but your best bet is to probably try to add in some variation into your training. Try changing tempo, adding pauses, adding weight, changing grips, or periodizing your training in a way that allows you to peak for a specific performance or test. So things just get trickier there and the results become less reliable. So if you need quick gains, look for the low-hanging fruit, the things that have the greatest capacity for rapid adaptation, and that's going to change as you progress through your training. So I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.